Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Efeni. Good morning, Emmanuel.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Rufai. Good morning, Victoria Tundu. MQ Abiola.
Good morning, Mr. Feni.
Well, it's a bright day, even as we mourn with the Obi of Okowa and the entire Owa people over the passing of Princess Margaret Obagbena, the one we call Mama Obagbena, those of us who are indigenous of this day. Well, she lived a good life, a life well lived, a 90 girl of Bendel State, Delta State, active even in her grand old age. She was advisor to 3 governors, but she's passed away. You know, there's a calm, I won't call it mourning, in the Obagbena household. So we commiserate with everybody there. Then Prince Unduka Obagbena and all the Mama's children, well, she lived a good life. Nothing to mourn about really, but to celebrate the good life she lived, her accomplishment, and of course, the children she left behind who are doing great things in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. Now, let's just look at this day. We'll start with this day, the review. This day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. Yes, the lead story. PDP governors, others hail as Atiku names Okowa running mate. Ex-VP says he's not afraid of taking difficult decisions, donates 10 million naira to our victims. Our candidate has solutions to Nigeria's challenges, Delta governor posits. Party plans to offer Wike campaign DG and prominent role in government if they win. Most newspapers are reporting this story as a lead. The Guardian newspaper, why I chose Okowa over Wike despite party's nod. Okowa, Atiku has answers to Nigeria's challenges. Wike won't be disappointed. Atiku had final say. Ayu clarifies. Secondus, yes, which is Secondus, congratulates Atiku Okowa. I've not heard about him in a while. But congratulating the presidential candidate and his running mate on a day is traduced. Yes, Wike seem to have taken a hit there. Well, Vanguard newspaper, PDP, how Okowa upstaged Wike to clinch VP slot. Why I chose Okowa as my running mate, Atiku. Yes, Okowa's acceptance is betrayal of trust. Ayo Adebanjo, Ayo Adebanjo, he represents Southeast, South-South in Atiku's presidency. Nwobodo, that's Jim Nwobodo. Okowa's choice, Divine, or Baseki, Pandef, Agwarewodo, others. PDP's journey back to Aso Rock has started. Secondus. Now, the Punch newspaper, Wike's camp fumes, warns PDP as Atiku picks Okowa running mate. Atiku rejected Rivers, not Wike. There will be implications. Local government chairman, ex-representative. I picked Okowa because he's president in waiting. Qualified to govern Nigeria, Atiku, Obaseki, Kweremadu, Secondus, back Delta governor. INEC asks parties to submit list today. The Nation newspaper, VP slot, how PDP elders dropped Wike for Okowa. While Delta governor was picked, my choice won't disappoint Rivers governor. Daily Trust, how Okowa emerged as Atiku's running mate. PDP fuming. PDP founding fathers not comfortable with Rivers governor. Picking Delta governor, a difficult decision. PDP's candidate, Wike Ugwuanyi. Others absent at unveiling. To meet deadline, APC nominates Masari as dummy running mate. While the New Telegraph newspaper, Wike loses again as Atiku picks Okowa as running mate. Now, the Sun newspaper, Daily Sun, disquieting PDP over Okowa's choice as Atiku's running mate. Now, the leadership newspaper, Leadership Friday, running mate, at last, Tinubu zeroes in on Northeast as Atiku picks Okowa. Wike unfairly treated by PDP, Oka. NNPP screens candidates, names choice today. Angry candidates protest at APC Secretariat over alleged substitution of names. We are yet to receive names of presidential candidates running mate, INEC. Now, the Business Day newspaper, tech talent exodus, glitches frustrate money transfers. Now, the foreign newspapers, quickly, the Times of London, pain ahead as Britons braced for 11% inflation. Gov says minister unable to help everyone. Yes, on a day, the Bank of England raised interest rate for the 5th consecutive time to 1.25%. Of course, Michael Gove, the secretary for leveling up housing and communities, is saying, well, we cannot help everyone. It's like Britons would have to deal with the pains of the moment for a very long time to come. Now, the Financial Times, Ukraine's drive to join EU gains impetus from European leaders. Yes, leaders of France, Germany, Italy, and Romania are backing Ukraine's quest to be a member of the European Union. Even as the Ukrainian President Zelensky is saying, please give me the weapons I need to fight this war. But Macron, words, saying Europe is by your side and will stay there as long as it takes. But the man said he wants weapons. Give him weapons so that he can fight the war. Not words, suiting words that are not suiting the situation on ground. Now, Ruben Rufai and Tundu, Okowa picked. The governor of Delta State, don't bother, it's my state. Yes. Are we happy? Well, I'll leave that for another day. But the candidate, Atiku Abubakar, highlighted the qualities he looked out for. And if you tick some of those boxes, of course, you would tick X for Nyesom Wike, who lost out. Especially when he said, little room for drama. And you know, Wike has a lot of drama. Yes, what does Okowa bring to the table? Well, calmness, experience started at the grassroots. He was secretary to Ika local government, one local government then, before the local government was divided into two. And he became the pioneer chairman of Ika Northeast. And ever since, is one position, one step up at a time. Commissioner, two-time commissioner, several ministries to garner enough experience, became secretary to government of the Delta State, where he was literally running the show. And of course, he won this election as senator. Executive level, two-time governor, he has the experience. National level, he has legislative experience. So he's bringing a lot to the table. But you were saying that he caused confusion in Oroboland. I don't think so, with his choice of Sheriff Oboroweri.
No, I knew that was coming.
Yes, not necessarily.
I knew that rebuttal was coming.
No, what he has done, he has not offended Urobo people.
No, that's not true.
No, hold on. Let me just put it in context. He may have offended a few.
No,
like his political associate, James Ibori.
He's offended a lot of Urobo.
No, not true.
Urobo nation is split down the middle, and you will say,
No.
I was on ground. I was on ground.
In my place.
Most weekends, yes, I still still travel into Warri most weekends. I am on ground. I know what is going on.
Let's leave
it's
that.
Not that somebody told me. I am on ground.
Let's leave that. But
Okay,
you know,
Ruben, I wanted you to comment on
yes,
the reaction of Wike's loyalists. One of them, one Chief Samuel Wanosike, who is the chairman of the Ikwere local government, has been quoted, I think, by one of the papers today, that you don't tell a man who is eating yam to try and drink water. And that, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, we see what the meaning of that local proverb by eating yam and not preparing to drink water. I don't know what it means.
That there will be implications.
You're not from a cosmopolitan place.
Yes.
A man like you from the village. You may be able to explain that. And then another person, a former commissioner for information. Am I not from a
hate speech?
We both are. My brother
Another
here
person,
and I.
Warri, my town is a city.
Another person,
Or city.
who is a loyalist to, Wike, also says,
We're from the same
that it's not Wike that Atiku Abubakar rejected. That he rejected Rivers State because major stakeholders in the party wanted Wike. So what is all this threat all about? I thought a candidate should be able to make his own choice.
Well, I will refer those Wike loyalists to Wike's speech at the convention, where he said, no matter who wins, he will support that person.
Yes, he said that.
He said so.
He said so. So his loyalists will take you from their principal. He said he will support anybody. He's a die-in-the-wood PDP man. Yes. He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. Although some people try to manipulate that our interview with Arise to certain end. Of course, thank God for the records. And then we clarify that Wike, in the fullness of time, will just come and ensure that is he going to PDP, APC, where he has Amechi? Certainly not. So Wike, yes, I know it's not. It's like dust, pouring dust, sand into your mouth. Try to be president, he couldn't. Presidential candidate now. When we thought many thought he was going to be the running mate, bring his energy, but energy with drama. Atiku doesn't want that. Not just Atiku, but many felt that he has been divisive with some of his utterances. You mentioned some of them earlier in the program. It will become a baggage in the campaign. So he has chosen a man who hasn't got such baggage, calm, he has the experience, but the music that I think should be to the ears of not only to Okowa, but to many Deltans. He said, be ready to be president in a short notice. It was one of the...
He said president in wait.
No, but he also be ready to be president in short notice. He used that. You can listen to that. I listened to it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. So for Okowa is coming with, I think, even the Igbo flavor that he has brought to that ticket.
I'd like to interrupt.
You don't. Unadulterated Igbo name. Ifeanyi. And the our people have their roots in Inri, in Anambra State.
Across the Niger
so, of course, don't forget that Ralph Oweshe from Delta, Anyoma area of Delta State was one time the chairman of Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide. So, an Igbo man on the ticket, I would say yes.
That's why it's described as a bridge between the South-South and
but
the South.
I would like to interrogate that. Yes, I'll give it to you. They have a lot of very many similarities. In fact, it's just across the Niger when you look at it. In fact, there are people in Onitsha that do their business in Onitsha, but they live in Asaba. Most of them, even because of this sit-at-home palaver, they now have houses in Asaba. There's that connection. But vis-a-vis a Peter Obi, do you think that an Okowa will be able to get votes, pocket of votes, that a lot of Igbo people say, okay, Peter Obi is on the ballot? That's up for empirical proof. We don't have the proof, but it's going to be fight to finish.
It depends on how strategic people want to be.
Yeah.
You can vote for the candidate Peter Obi, or you can vote for the future chances of the Southeast president and stick with PDP.
I want to set the record straight.
Yes.
Please. We are national TV. What
international, please.
International.
TV.
What Governor Ifeanyi Okowa did, pitting the Urobos against each other, caused a lot of division in Urobo land.
No, you
don't caused a lot of division in Urobo land. You might say it's only
let's put it in context.
What is it called? Chief James Onanefe Bori. No, it goes beyond that.
No.
And a lot of people watching me this morning that are dramatics personnel know the truth of that matter. There's also talk about him not doing enough for people of the Urobo extraction, the Warri area and the likes, that everything was done to the northern part of Delta State. There's that dichotomy. People will say things because here we are taking all their views and putting it out there. But a lot of them still feel disgruntled. Yes, there's another faction that's okay, Sheriff emerged, is our person too, but there's still another faction that feels disgruntled.
Then that's their local politics. If the PDP wins, you know, if Okowa is not going to remain at the level of the village, he will play at the national level. Finally,
no, it's whether that will affect the votes he will bring from Delta
politics.
State. It's not village politics. Delta State is one of the most educated states, obeying people like me, populating everywhere.
You have just put it.
It's not village politics. Because the votes are split down the middle.
Today is the deadline that the INEC gave for presidential candidates to submit the names of their running mates. The two major parties, the PDP has met that deadline by announcing Ifeanyi Okowa. We understand that the APC is here to do so. Maybe they have till 12 midnight.
According to the report, they said they have submitted a dummy
placeholder. And you know that there is a risk with the placeholders. As we have seen in Yobe North, where we were told Senator Ahmad Lawan submitted a man's name, and the man now says he too is good enough to be a senator. I hope that will not happen in the case of Alhaji Masari, and he will say he's not stepping down. He too can be a vice president. That's the risk.
Maybe that is even a strategy. Maybe it's the one when you want to bring somebody else, you say, yes, I'm the one. I'm not stepping down. I try to say, well, I don't mind.
In this case, there's another word I would like to bring to our lesson. Yes. Let's go. Kutobe. You can't try it. Kutobe.
I hope so. Anyway, thank you, Emmanuel. Enjoy your weekend.